Many places around the world are experiencing severe disasters. A record-breaking hurricane season, flash floods, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and wildfires this year have claimed thousands of lives. Let's take a look at the real images of these ongoing disasters. The flooding disaster in Milan is a reminder of the impact of the climate crisis. As extreme weather events become more frequent and severe, cities like Milan are facing increasing flood risks. Entire towns in Greece are submerged after dam failures, leaving survivors and even dogs stranded on rooftops. Hundreds of tourists are trapped on the Greek resort island due to the flood. Streets turned into rivers on the island of Sicily. A local restaurant owner, Simona Ursino, filmed rainwater flooding the streets around the main square of Catania. A flood in Spain has greatly disrupted the lives of the people there. They cannot go outside, and travel is extremely difficult. Heavy rains raised river levels, causing mud flows through many villages and farmlands in several northern provinces of Afghanistan. Typhoon Hagupit hit Jinhua City, Zhejiang Province, China, causing flash floods. At that time, a car with 3 people was trapped on a pass due to the raging flood. Firefighters then threw a rope into the car to rescue the occupants. Major storms, floods, and tornadoes have killed at least 7 people and injured dozens. This incident occurred on April 22nd in Oklahoma, Texas, USA. Overall, flooding is one of the hardest disasters for humanity to cope with. The power of floodwaters is uncontrollable. We can only implement evacuation and prevention measures before it happens. After years of drought, southeastern Spain has plunged into an emergency due to flooding, with relentless winds and heavy rain causing everything to come to a standstill. In the flood, with inundation everywhere, people have had to use various methods to transport food and receive aid. This has proven to be one of the most effective ways for them. Drone footage captured the moment a house collapsed into the Mendenhall River in Juneau, Alaska. Flash floods in southern China caused massive landslides, sweeping away vehicles. Dramatic footage filmed in Sanming City, Fujian Province on June 10th shows mud and rocks tumbling down the hillside into the floodwaters, sweeping away several vehicles. Fortunately, no casualties were reported. A landslide on a road in China was captured by a passerby. The flood might have caused it to collapse. Heavy rains had soaked the building's foundation, making it unstable, and all residents had been evacuated. Large floodwaters invaded streets with dirty and murky water flowing towards residential areas. Streets and alleys turned into muddy, fast-flowing rivers, sweeping away everything in their path. Moving through the flood seemed impossible. Heavy rains caused rivers, streams, and drainage systems to overflow, creating swift currents that carried mud, debris, and sometimes large objects like trees or construction debris. Streets and alleys transformed into rapid muddy rivers, sweeping away everything in their path. The power of the floodwaters was truly frightening. Swift floodwaters carrying mud and debris polluted the water supply and posed a risk of disease outbreaks. Anyone seeing the dirty water would feel uneasy. After the floods, many houses collapsed due to landslides. A clip recorded by a local in the flood area showed a large house collapsing within seconds. Logs and mud flowed with the floodwaters downstream. Trees were toppled. Many vehicles were submerged or swept away, creating a chaotic and devastated scene. This clip captured the flood scene in South Korea, where heavy rains caused streets to flood. All activities came to a halt. Major flooding in Cali, Colombia. Heavy rains turned the streets of Cali into raging waters as the city endured severe flooding. The downpour overwhelmed the city's infrastructure, causing widespread damage and disruption. Cars were at the mercy of the water, with numerous vehicles being swept away. The surroundings were submerged, trees were bent over, and in many places people tried to protect their property with sandbags, shields, or any items that could block the water. The ferocious flash flood on the Illgraben River in Switzerland was captured on film. This footage teaches us much about the mechanisms and raw power of rising floodwaters. Everyone should be cautious out there. Adjusting public transportation to adapt to climate change is mandatory. Extreme weather requires innovative solutions to avoid the most regrettable damages. When the floods hit, we can see the importance of building levees and investing in crucial hydraulic works. For instance, in Dubai, during heavy rains and floods, with good management by the Roads and Transport Authority, RTA, and Dubai Police, everything was well controlled. Many disasters are happening around the world. What do you think about this? Please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to Top's World to experience the most incredible moments. Goodbye and see you again.